All Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Mega Evolutions officially announced to date. Hello and welcome to the JC channel. I'm your host Jerry, and before we jump right into it, do note the information is correct upon the date it was posted, therefore stats and game footage may not be final. Without further ado, starting off with number 1, Mega Sceptile. As you probably know by now, all 3 Hoenn starters will have their own Mega Evolution. Immediately, you will notice the large pointed tail, closely resembling the shape of a Christmas tree, covered with a red tip. The added red trimming to its body is a nice touch that rounds off its sharp, defined look. Its pre-evolution, Trico, can be obtained as one of the 3 options upon starting the game in Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. Appearance-wise, the Pokemon does closely resemble a dinosaur known as Dilophosaurus. This may explain its type change into a dual type of Dragon Grass, which is the first Pokemon to ever have this type combination. Its biggest notable weakness is its 4 times weakness to ice, but in exchange it becomes 4 times resistant to water and grass, while completely losing its weakness to fire and gaining immunity to electric type attacks. Mega Sceptile gains the ability Lightning Rod, which not only grants immunity to electric type attacks, but when it is struck by one, its special attack is boosted by 1 stage. It is yet to be known exactly which stats will increase upon its Mega Evolution. The current meta for Sceptile has primarily been a special attacker due to its high base special attack stat. In competitive play, it makes use of its hidden ability Unburden, combined with its extremely high base speed of 120 to outspeed and sweep a weakened enemy team. On the other hand, all we know about Mega Sceptile is that its stats will be boosted in some way, combining its immense base speed, natural bulky typing, and Lightning Rod. It can immediately be seen that Mega Sceptile will hold a respectable offensive presence in battle. Number 2. Mega Swampert. Immediately you can see a striking comparison between Swampert and its Mega form. Mega Swampert has gained incredible upper body mass along with big muscular arms. The gills protruding from its cheeks and the fins on the back of its head have also been redesigned, giving it a powerful bulky look. Swampert is the final form of Mudkip, which can be chosen as one of the starter Pokemon in Ruby and Sapphire, along with Trico and Torchic. The latter we'll get back to later. Mega Swampert's typing will remain unchanged as a water and ground type Pokemon. Its biggest flaw would be a 4 times weakness to grass type moves, but on the same note, Swampert takes neutral ineffective damage from all other types. And just like Mega Sceptile, it has immunity to electric type attacks. Mega Swampert gains the ability Swift Swim, which doubles its speed in the rain, and it is confirmed to gain a massive increase to its attack stat. In the current meta, Swampert has generally been used as a physical attacker or a bulky wall due to its high base health, attack, and defense stats. With Mega Swampert, we could be seeing a shift into a more offensive-oriented role that would still retain its original bulk while dishing out tons of damage. This of course depends on the extent to which its stats are influenced. Mega Swampert may become a favorite pick in competitive battling due to its great defensive type coverage and an offensive presence to boot. On a side note, theoretically following the trend of Charizard X and Y, it is clear that Torchic's final form, Blaziken, being given such an early introduction to Mega Evolution in Pokemon X and Y, should gain an ultimate Mega form as well, but there has yet to be any official sources confirming such a claim. Number 3. Mega Slowbro. This has most likely crossed everyone's mind at some point upon looking at its design. At first glance, most can be led to believe that Mega Slowbro looks absolutely ridiculous, but there is definitely potential in our emotionless pink bear, and with time we will gradually learn to accept and love its design. Mega Slowbro's evolution has 2 notable changes. 1. The shelter on its tail has moved into place, seemingly devouring our once beloved Slowpoke. But rest assured, while at first glance it may appear so, we all know psychic Pokemon are notorious for being extremely intelligent, and Slowbro is no exception. In fact, our pink bear is 1 step ahead and is using shelter as a bulletproof vest, if you will, while its tail functions similarly to a pogo stick. Upon Mega Evolving, Slowbro's typing remains unchanged. Its notable weakness will still be its special defense, while on the other hand, Mega Slowbro will gain an immense boost to its defense and special attack. It will lose its Regenerator ability in place of Shell Armor, which prevents critical hits from landing on it. Competitively, Slowbro has been used as a defensive wall combined with switches to make full use of its Regenerate ability. If Mega Slowbro were to be played competitively, it can be speculated that a rest talking set similar to Suicune would be recommended, as a result of its high defensive bulk and offensive stat boosts. Mega Slowbro, as the name suggests, will remain to be a slow Pokemon which plays well into its role. Number 4. Mega Sableye. The gemstones in its eyes become a ruby-like color. It holds a giant ruby as if it were a shield, and a few minor changes can be seen on its ears and head. Sableye does not change its typing upon Mega Evolving, therefore it still remains to be weak against Fairy and immune to normal, fighting and psychic type attacks. It does gain a boost in its defense and special attack stats, but receives a drop in speed. Mega Sableye gains the Magic Bounce ability in place of Prankster. A fun fact is, the priority gain from the Prankster ability is determined the moment a move is chosen, rather than the turn that the ability is gained. An example to test this fact is Mega Banette, who is unable to benefit from Prankster on its first turn of Mega Evolving. While on the other hand, regular Sableye will still be able to make use of Prankster on the first turn of Mega Evolving. The second component to Mega Sableye is the ability Magic Bounce, which becomes immediately active upon Mega Evolving, as can be seen by the example of Mega Absol, who gains Magic Bounce in its Mega form. This means that Mega Sableye will be able to benefit from both abilities on the turn that it Mega Evolves. With that said, from the change in ability alone, players who use Sableye will be given room to make plays and conjure up elaborate mind games within the competitive scene. Conventional builds for Sableye includes, but not limited to, being a burn or toxic staller who is able to utilize Prankster to its fullest, spamming priority recover to stall for residual damage and taunt to prevent enemies from setting up. Number 5. Mega Altaria. Padded with an extra coat of fluffy feathers that have grown as a self-protective countermeasure around its neck, head and body, it is adorned with an elegant long tail, and to top it all off, it reveals its big blue belly and tiny talons. If there is any word to describe this Pokemon, nothing is more deserving of the title Fabulous than Mega Altaria. Upon Mega Evolving, Altaria loses its flying type to become the dual type Dragon Fairy. Much like Mega Sceptile, it is the first Pokemon to ever have this typing. It becomes weak against steel and poison, loses immunity to ground, but on the flip side it is no longer 4 times weak to ice and gains a complete immunity to dragon type attacks. Mega Altaria gains the ability Pixelate, which means all normal type attacks will become fairy type moves and gain an additional 30% boost. This also grants Mega Altaria with a stab bonus, which stands for same type attack bonus, which is an additional 50% damage boost upon using normal type attacks such as Hyper Voice. To top it all off, Mega Altaria also gains a stat boost in its attack, defense, and special attack stats. The overall changes to Mega Altaria will allow it to become a lot bulkier due to its newfound typing and stat changes. It also motivates the use of powerful normal type attacks to diversify Altaria's move pool options. Number 6. If there's ever a great design to Pokemon Mega Evolutions, this would have to be at the top of the list. Mega Salamence. Upon Mega Evolving, it tucks its arms in while its wings fuse together, transforming into a bladed crescent. It gains a plate of what appears to be body armor along with other minor redefined features to complete its slick, sharp design. Mega Salamence does retain its flying dragon typing and therefore keeps its notorious 4 times weakness to ice. Notable strengths include complete immunity to ground and a 4 times resistance to grass type attacks. Mega Salamence gains the ability Aerialate, which is the flying version of its fairy counterpart Pixelate. In many ways similar to Mega Altaria, Aerialate boosts all normal type attacks by 30% and treats them as flying type moves, allowing Mega Salamence to enjoy the stab boost on moves such as Return, Thrash, or Double Edge, creating a hard-hitting, deadly monstrosity. With clever use of Intimidate prior to Mega Evolving and the added bonus of defense, Mega Salamence will excel against most physical threats while dealing insane amounts of damage thanks to its typing and Aerialate ability. Number 7. Mega Metagross. A hunk of metal that levitates with 4 outstretched arms. The bottom half of its body appears to resemble that of its former evolution, Metang. The cross on its face has received an extension and change in color. Mega Metagross remains as a Steel Psychic type and gains the ability Tough Claws, which boosts the damage of all contact moves by 33%. Furthermore, it gains a boost in attack, defense, special attack, special defense, and a massive boost to its speed. Indeed, your ears do not deceive you. It comes as a shock or perhaps a coincidence that I sound like the in-game IV judge, but it's true. It is officially confirmed that they will boost almost every single stat in Metagross's arsenal. With very limited weakness and a 4 times resistance to psychic attacks, Mega Metagross is a force to be reckoned with. As it stands, regular Metagross is primarily used as an assault vest attacker, making use of its bulk and incredible high damage output, though there may be the occasional leftovers dual screen or stealth rock sets out there. Mega Metagross will be able to fill its primary role as a bulky damage dealer, but will also excel in speed. As it stands right now, there is great potential for this Pokemon to be overpowered, having just about everything. Number 8. Mega Audino. It is essentially a redesign and coloration of its original form. It has a coat of pale pink and cream white skin. The most notable difference is the curled extension that protrudes from its chest, resembling a stethoscope. It is said that whoever comes into contact is put into a deep slumber. Its role in the anime is very similar to Chansey. Audino can be seen as Nurse Joy's assistant, which may be the main influence behind its stats, ability, and typing changes. Mega Audino becomes a normal fairy type, giving it a weakness to poison and steel, but at the same time removes its weakness to fighting while gaining resistances to bug and dark, and an immunity to dragon type attacks. Mega Audino gains the ability Healer, which has a 30% chance of curing an adjacent ally status condition at the end of each turn in double and triple battles. It also gains a boost in its defense and special defense stats. Audino in the current meta has not been a favored pick. It mostly fits well into balance and stall teams, potentially running a wish passing set and used primarily to fill the support role. Depending on how high of a defense and special defense stat boost Mega Audino receives, it may have potential to become a popular pick in multi-battles. Number 9. Based off of a character of the Playboy Bunny which has gained popularity and made its way into Japan, it has inspired the design of Lopunny and its Megaform, who is known for its feminine features and characteristics. What sets Mega Lopunny apart from its regular form is its extended ears tied together by tufts of cream-colored fur, the same of which comes in butterfly-shaped accessory on its forehead, completed with black and brown patterns on its legs. Mega Lopunny becomes a normal fighting type, giving it 3 newfound weaknesses to flying, psychic, and fairy, and 3 new resistances to rock, bug, and dark type attacks. In its Mega form, it gains the ability Scrappy, which allows Mega Lopunny to land normal and fighting attacks onto Ghost-type Pokemon. Stat-wise, Mega Lopunny gains a large boost to its base attack and speed stats. Currently, Lopunny is commonly seen as a high-speed but frail support that is able to cripple the enemy's team with Thunder Wave and Encore, or through the clever use of the ability Klutz, combined with Switcheroo to cripple or catch opponents off guard. Of course, there are other variants of Lopunny builds out there suited more towards an offensive-oriented style build as well. With the introduction of Mega Lopunny, players are able to fully utilize the plethora of fighting moves that it has access to. At the same time, Scrappy prevents Mega Lopunny from being completely walled off by Ghost-type Pokemon. Number 10. Upon Mega Evolving, Diantha sheds off its impurities, shown as the large chunk of rock attached to the lower half of its body, revealing pink diamonds that radiate brilliantly from underneath. 2 white ribbons flow gracefully from the back of Diantha's head as its attire transforms into a gown that somewhat resembles a wedding dress. Diantha is of course a legendary Pokemon that up till now can only be obtained through a Japanese exclusive event, corresponding to the Pokemon movie Diantha and the Cocoon of Destruction. Mega Diantha remains as a rock fairy type. It suffers from a 4 times weakness to steel and has complete immunity to dragon type attacks. Mega Diantha gains the ability Magic Bounce just like Mega Absol and Mega Sableye. Upon Mega Evolving, it gains stats to both attack and special attack and an incredible boost to its speed at the cost of some defense and special defense. As it stands, both regular and Mega Diantha are quite new to the scene. In the current meta, Diantha in its regular form is utilized as a wall due to its extremely high defensive stats. Diantha also has a well-rounded mixed offensive presence with Diamond Storm, Hidden Power Fire, and Moonblast. Diantha is also commonly used to set up Stealth Rocks. As a result of introducing Mega Diantha, the boost in speed and Magic Bounce ability would mean that in competitive battles, trainers are given opportunities to make plays. This of course depends on how much speed Mega Diantha will actually be receiving. If it gains considerable enough speed, this could potentially cause players to confuse a regular defensive Diantha from its offensive speedy Mega form and vice versa. This concludes all the officially confirmed Mega Evolutions thus far. Of course, more will be announced as the release date draws closer. This video has taken me quite a long time to make, so if you did enjoy or find this video helpful, show some love by dropping a like, favorite, and comment. For more content and future updates, join the JC crew by clicking the subscribe button down below. It only takes a second and it'll help our channel grow. I will be uploading regularly to this channel, so we hope you join us in our future videos. Have yourselves an amazing day, take care, and thanks for watching. Cheers.